All right, everybody, I have found an interesting car here with my buddy BJ Sexton. It got my attention because of the blower. I'm a sucker for blowers. Come to find out, and it's a comp Eliminator car, so there's a lot to unpack here. BJ, first off, tell me the story behind the car itself, because it's kind of a cool story, man.
Yeah, so I grew up racing at Killcare up in Xenia, Ohio, and I actually saw this car run when I was like 14. A guy named Danny Rowe had a nitrous motor in it, and the car sat in the barn for like 20 years. I come across it on Racing Junk here a few years back, and just had to have it. I always loved the car and just thought it was really cool. And
well, we forgot to mention what year. It's a Firebird. What year is it?
yeah, it's an 89. It was built by Willie Rells. It actually ran NHRA Mountain Motor Pro Stock back in 89. Went 773 at 180, and that was pretty good back then.
It just goes to show that old door cars don't die, they just get retired and repurposed.
Yeah, still 6.0 certified, still works really good.
So, and then, you know, it's got an LS in it. Let's talk about the power plant that's in this thing, because again, when I saw it at first, I was like, oh, it's got a roots blower. Then I got a little bit closer, I'm like, that ain't your typical Cars and Coffee roots blower. First off, tell us about the engine that's in it.
Yeah, so it's a stock block, stock stroke, stock bore, 5.3, iron block. It's got some TFS heads on it, and Speedmaster intake, and you know, nothing special.
And again, why did you go with this combination? Because you were in comp Eliminator. What comp Eliminator class?
Yeah, so I'd actually watched Yurka Kaplan run double B altered methanol about 20 years ago and thought that was just the coolest thing ever. He went 680s with his little small block. And so decided I wanted to try it, and the LS looked like a good platform to do that. So I bolted a top fuel blower on a 5.3 motor and gave it a shot.
That's what I was getting at. It's got a freaking top fuel blower on it, kids. Like, legit. Allegedly, whose car did this come off of?
Supposedly it was on Joe Amato's car about 30 years ago.
The awesomeness just keeps stacking up, and it's like it's a Clubetto, isn't it? Or how do you pronounce that?
Yeah, it's Cabelco 1471.
How much power does this thing make? Do you know?
So it should make 1,500 all day. We've had some trouble finding it, but we're getting there.
What's the quickest and fastest you've been with this so far, trying to get figured out?
Yeah, so on paper this car should run like 460, and that right there, that pass I just made, 503, is the best it's run ever. So that picked up 2/10 by just making some little tweaks.
What do you think it's going to do in full comp trim when you got to run it out the back?
I'm hoping it'll run 7 flat, 195. That's the goal.
It's cool that, like, what possessed you to, like, how did you come up with this? Was there beer involved to go, I'm going to take a 5.3 LS and we're going to put a top fuel blower on it? That sounds like something me and my hood rat friends would come up with after drinking a lot of whiskey. How did this come to you? Was it a fever dream? Where did this come up from?
It was really a couple friends, a couple conversations, and then one day I had an LS motor sitting in there with a blower on it, and I mean, I definitely stepped back at one point and thought, wait, why did I do this? What did I get myself into? But it's been fun.
What's people's reactions when you say, oh, it's a top fuel blower? Do they kind of get like that, like, say what kind of look?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, it's a big blower, right? It makes a presence, and especially with that big hat on top. And but yeah, get a lot of questions about how much nitrous is in there and stuff. It's no nitrous, just mechanical injected methanol and a lot of boost.
What's your favorite part about this car, driving it, the whole deal, man? What makes all this sweat money worth it?
Yeah, I mean, when it hikes the front end up on a good pass, I mean, I've been 440s in it with a big block, and letting go of the button, sitting back in the seat, and looking at the sky a little bit. It's a lot of fun when it goes right.
Well, man, thanks for talking with me. It's a badass ride. Looking forward to seeing more at the track.
Thanks.